within the context of the marriage equality movement, which is part of the larger LGBT movement, I think this was a historic day and one that represents a great leap forward. With respect to the larger context of civil rights struggles for black people, for immigrants, for women, for labor, certainly these court rulings can take their place in the pantheon of court decisions and public policies that have advanced the rights of of oppressed groups and people who have suffered historical discrimination. But I want to be clear that we're in the early phases right now of trying to interpret the meaning, the language, the significance, the precedents that are involved in these cases. The rulings today do not enshrine in the Constitution of the United States the legal right of same-sex couples to get married. That's very important. That the DOMA ruling struck down Section 3 of the Defense of Marriage Act, which prohibits federal benefits from being allocated, some 1,000+ benefits and privileges being afforded to same-sex couples who are legally married in the 12 states where same-sex marriage is legal and in the District of Columbia. But it doesn't give people in Mississippi and Idaho and Wyoming and South Dakota and all across the country and 38 other states, it doesn't give them the right to marry. So the march of marriage equality is really in midstream, in mid-March. I think within the larger LGBT movement, I think we need to now think about what the strategies are moving forward. Legal strategies, political strategies, social movement strategies to address not only marriage equality, but a whole range of other issues, including non-discrimination in employment and housing, toughening anti-bullying policies in our schools and throughout our workplaces, and trying to broaden the scope of the strategy of the movement so that we can bring in more LGBT people into the fold of the movement's organizing and demands. I would love to see the first pivot out of these decisions to be an embrace of a fully transgender inclusive Employment Non-Discrimination Act, which would be like a kind of LGBT inclusive Civil Rights Act, so that people are protected against being fired, against losing their housing, against losing all sorts of things that they should, by virtue of their citizenship in the United States, have access to.